Living behind the redwood curtain means sometimes having to ask those difficult questions. It's all part of your Del Norte adventure. Questions like, why is this puppy being held captive by all these chickens? What's this guy know? Why does this man hate vegetables? And why isn't this chicken featured in her own mosaic mural? There's enough murals around, right, Harley Munger?
Probably more than 200 ceramic murals in Del Norte right now. More per capita than any other county in the state right now.
Elk Valley Artisans is currently working to complete an epic mural at the Norte County Fairgrounds.
This one here, we contracted with Rika Blue, and she did all the going down to the museum and going through all the history, you know.
4 phases, and that is all the history of Del Norte County in the late 1800s. So that is the industries of Del Norte County represented.
Pick up this handy map at the Visitors Center in Crescent City and get your eyes on some of Harley's work. You can also tour some of the great painted murals to be found around Del Norte, courtesy of the Redwood Mural Society. And while you're out enjoying the civic art, keep your eyes peeled. You just might glimpse a local artist at work. There's one thing you can only get in Del Norte County, your Del Norte home. And if you're searching for a spectacular, one-of-a-kind home in one of the most beautiful places on earth, you need to talk to Donna Zorn of Ming Tree Realty. Donna has nearly 2 decades experience finding the perfect luxury riverfront and ocean view properties. One reason she's been the top agent in Del Norte County for over 14 years. Let Donna Zorn of Ming Tree Realty go to work for you. She'll find you more than a house. She'll find you your home. One thing Del Norte County does in abundance is grow things. We spent a recent Sunday touring 3 local farms under the aegis of the UC Cooperative Extension Program's effort to connect consumers with the farmers that produce the best local fare. The farms we visited ranged in size from under an acre at Annie Mac's Produce to the Alexander Eco Dairy Farm's several thousand acres. Along the way, we learned about sustainable agriculture, happy cows, and super cute puppies. The tour ended with a visit to Ocean Air Farm's end-of-season shindig, and the party ensued. Our first stop of the day was Annie Mac's Produce in Crescent City.
We want people to see that you don't have to have a lot of acreage to grow food, to sell, or even for yourself.
We then headed out into the sunshine in Fort Dick to learn just what makes a successful eco-dairy run.
Those cows don't get any grain, and that's the grass milk that you may see on the shelf that's made by Organic Valley. So we were a big part of starting that. In fact, that started because of us. And it's now spreading across the nation. In fact, there's dairymen in Vermont doing it right now. So
we toured the Alexander Eco Dairy Farm and learned all about New Zealand, the mothering habits of happy cows, and chickens. Thousands and thousands of free-range, grass-fed chickens. And just like in the cartoons, these chickens need watchful eyes protecting them. We met the next generation of caretakers. The last stop of the day was the end-of-season shindig at Ocean Air Farm in Fort Dick. Every year, Ocean Air Farm hosts a big harvest celebration, complete with great farm fresh food, live music, hay rides, even a veggie slingshot offering a fun new take on composting. The weather was magnificent, the vibe was chill, and the music terrific. Hey, what's happening down at the Gallery of Arts and Culture?
Well, this is our 30th anniversary of the Siskiyou Wilderness.
The gallery is so happy to have this gala this evening. We're thrilled. We have so many people here who hike the Siskiyous every year. They all know it like the back of their hand. And you should see the art they brought. Joe Gillespie and Rick Tolley took people out hiking twice late this summer to do artwork for this event. and many, many more people have been performing art. So next year they're going to take people out on hikes just to enjoy the wilderness and to do some art, so that next year our show will be even greater.
Celebrating and preserving the natural beauty of Northern California is just one facet of the gallery's work. Highlighting the talent and skills of local and world-renowned artists is Barbara Burke's mission. The Gallery of Arts and Culture, a beautiful space open 7 days a week in downtown Crescent City. Stop in, show your support, and get yourself some culture. Local artist Mike Selfridge isn't that scary. In fact, he's a pretty cool guy. Retired educator, renowned musician, glazier, and potter extraordinaire, Mike's got that whole Renaissance thing down. We recently spent a Saturday morning watching him unload a kiln at Bay Studios, his haunt, hangout, and home in Crescent City. Mike was constantly in motion, pausing only to blow our minds.
This is pure redwood. All this speckle stuff is feldspar and iron that a redwood tree pulled out of the ground thousands of years ago.
You see? He did this stuff all morning long, talking kiln science, the chemistry of glaze, the history of Chinese mud, just blowing minds, man. But what we wanted to know more about were his cups. Mike makes these mugs, fired in a kiln he built himself, fueled with reclaimed redwood. It's a totally Del Norte process, and it begins with the local clay a student of Mike's discovered up on French Hill.
I didn't think that there was, geologically speaking, I didn't think that there was a clay that was that pure in this area. We don't use nothing but recycled redwood, and it's amazing.
What's amazing is spending a morning with Mike Selfridge at his Bay Studios in Crescent City. Stop in, pick up a mug, and say hey, but be forewarned.